As a top-tier assassin, I only needed to carry 4 bullets, and I was about to carry out this assassination on the rough surface of the sea. To deal with the harsh environment, I built a stabilizing rig based on camera gimbal technology to keep my sniper rifle locked onto the target at all times. I secured the weight of the rig to my body and grabbed the mounting hook. Finally, I adjusted the rifle's precision. Before the target appeared, I had to fine-tune everything to a perfect state. Only then could I ensure a clean and decisive elimination of the target. Suddenly, the radar alarm sounded. A drone was approaching. To avoid being detected, I quickly covered the rifle with my clothes and disguised myself as a fisherman. The drone continued its surveillance, but the security personnel assumed I was just a fisherman and left without giving it much thought. Meanwhile, the target was preparing to enter the water. I immediately got ready and loaded the second bullet. I raised the rifle and began aiming. Just as I was about to pull the trigger, a massive wave slammed into the yacht, causing it to shake violently. Fortunately, the stabilizing rig locked onto the target again. However, the target had already jumped into the water, and there were bodyguards nearby, which suddenly made the assassination much more difficult. At this moment, the target was swimming in the water and constantly moving. Before I could readjust my aim, I suddenly noticed a speedboat approaching. Without hesitation, I shot one of the bodyguards on the speedboat and quickly loaded the third bullet. But just then, the radar sounded another warning. Another drone was scanning the area. I grabbed the signal jammer and pressed the button. The drone's feed was instantly cut off. However, this action also exposed my presence. The bodyguards on the speedboat immediately raised the alarm. Before I had the chance to fire again, one of the bodyguards pulled the target underwater for safety, but this was only temporary relief. They would have to surface sooner or later. Soon, as they were about to come up for air, I fired immediately, and the bodyguard dropped on the spot. I then pushed the last bullet into the chamber. This was my final chance. My finger tightened on the trigger as I waited for the target to appear. Finally, the target could no longer hold on and surfaced. After a single gunshot, the target was successfully eliminated. After completing the mission, I